Hi folks, welcome to Firm. It's Mark Merrill. Political bullies just don't work. We've got a lot to show, folks, both right here and here. You ever wonder where people in the world who have billions of millions of dollars in their bank accounts and stocks and bonds overflowing with options, which are really cheating schemes to deny other investors financial success? I'm sure you might have heard of stock options. If these people have ever done a hard labor or physically demanding 8 to 10 hour day or night job in their entire life on the planet Earth, no wonder. So let's examine, folks, a few of today's left wingnut radicals and some businessmen and women, but also so called leaders in making or supporting the United States values and goodwill towards others as a priority, as opposed to the attitude of my will be done because I have power and control over my enemies, as you'll soon see. Hope this is eye-opening to the majority of good law-abiding American citizens. Now, coming right up here, folks, we're going to show you a video of contact here and context with grandmothers against, or grandmothers in favor of, or grandmothers for reproductive rights. Yeah, you ever heard of it? It's crazy as heck as far as I'm concerned. But what we're going to get to is right off the bat here, folks. It's amazing, and I can't tell you enough how bad this really is. Here's our original encounter. Yours truly to strike up a conversation with the local chapter of GRR! Exclamation point, as you can see here. As you'll see in this video from June of 2024, folks, the protesters, both men and women, were quite rude to me and not very cooperative in wanting to talk to me at all. Excuse me. Can you give a reason as to why you push this?
I'm not going to talk to you.
Why not? Does my car bother you? It's free speech. Same with you, ma'am? Can I quote you on that? It's your dime, not mine. Be here as long as you want. So why do you support this being grandmother loose with this? Do you folks understand that abortion is murder? Oh, you're going to ignore me. Okay, well, I'll just keep talking. Excuse me, sir. Why are you doing this? Are you a grandparent by any chance? No, it's not. It's murder. So why do you think this is a fake clinic? Any reason?
Look it up online.
No thanks, I've already checked your website. All you people do is promote murder. How do you react to that? No comment. I'll take that as a yes. You promote murder. How's that? You'll be on my podcast. You react to that. I forgot something, ladies. See, if you're grandparents, that means you have grandchildren. Am I right? No comment on that. So if you're grandparents, you must have grandchildren, and therefore, if you're promoting abortion, that means you're promoting death for the next generation. Is that correct? Or do you not want to react to that one? Oh, you're just gonna smile at me, lady? Gee, I guess you people don't give a damn about the next generation, do you? Well, that was our encounter, folks, with the grandmothers for reproductive rights. Cute, huh? Jeez, I'm telling you. What a joke. They'll have their day in front of the Lord, as far as I'm concerned. I think everybody knows by now who Laurel Libby is. She's been a very outspoken voice in the legislature, but also to try and stop the abortion laws that Janet Mills has gotten through so far. The fight's not over, folks. And she represents her own organization, as you can see right here, speakupforlife.com. You can certainly check it out anytime you like. The more donations, the better. But with this Libby, there was another segment here. Back in the Maine legislature, once again, in front of the Speaker of the House, Rachel Talbot Ross. And Ms. Libby was speaking about, in this particular segment, about Maine citizens' rights on the line to vote on proposed legislation from earlier this year. We'll get that started momentarily, folks. One moment.
Irony that we're voting about taking away Maine people's voice on the day that they are busy making their voice heard in the polling place. The representative from Bangor says that she has faith that the people can decide. Yet we're voting on a bill that says actually people can't decide. They're not capable of it, and we should allow the big metropolitan areas to decide for them instead. The representative from Yarmouth says that doesn't feel good, to have to wait for results. You know what doesn't feel good, Madam Speaker? Maine people in rural areas having their voice taken away from them. That doesn't feel good. I'm okay with the wait. There's a phenomenon that we see over and over again in this chamber and in this legislature, Madam Speaker. We see the larger populated areas of Maine and their representation legislating for the rural areas of this state, dictating that what they want is better for the people of Maine, regardless of the will of the people. There's nothing more here. This is the legislature voting on giving up the benefit of the split vote system that we currently have, where rural Mainers get to have their voices heard.
Apologize for a brief delay, folks. It will continue in a moment.
To have their voices heard in our current electoral college system. But it has become a pattern where this legislature seeks to silence Maine citizens because the tyrannical majority does not agree with them. Case in point, used as an illustration, LD 227, a bill coming up with a public hearing this afternoon, a 21-page amendment sprung on the people of Maine quietly under cover of darkness via email, Still not available.
The member will defer. The chair recognizes the representative.
That's Speaker Talbot Ross, by the way.
Berwick, Representative Roberts.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. A point of order, the member's comments are not germane to the motion at hand in the bill.
Technicality, folks. Typical of deflectocrats.
Just to remind all members to limit their comments to the item that is before us. The representative may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I am confident that most in this body can understand and appreciate an analogy. And so I would say that as I appreciate Maine people being informed, Maine people being able to make their voices heard with transparency on all issues, including bills that are being heard in public hearings in this legislature, I would like to share the voices of several Maine people on this issue. By joining the National Popular Vote Compact, Maine would give up the beneficial split vote system for one that rewards large U.S. metropolitan areas, none of which are located in Maine, instead of Maine voters. Its adoption in Maine would result in hundreds of thousands of Mainers.
That's it, pretty much right there, folks. Tells you exactly where these people are, as far as the deflectocrats are concerned, as we call them. You know, what the hell, man? What's the sense of being so mean and cruel? Try to take people's rights away, especially the right to vote. Get an answer for that, Ms. Ross? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Oh, and while we're on that topic, folks, we're going to go this route. First of all, in the first one about the grandmothers for reproductive rights, this is the center that they're protesting across the street from, in the central Maine city of Waterville. Resolve Life Center, run by Wendy Merrill. No connection, no relation. Her organization has been established for many years, and it offers no judgment for women who may be already pregnant and expecting, or getting positive reinforcement and advice. Also, no pressure and no cost. Keep that one in mind. Next time, folks, we'll be a little bit more prepared when it comes to the cost of an abortion. You imagine what that costs? And you know what it costs? It costs the American taxpayer when those horrendous operations are done by Planned Parenthood. And our last topic, folks, how about Maine Governor Janet Mills here and her escapades to spend money like bottled water over the next 2 fiscal years, even after her second term has expired, figures typical deflectocrat. She has budgets for fiscal years 2025, 26, and 26, 27 that will put Maine over $1 billion. That's right, billion with a B. That she calls necessary to generate revenues, when it really means, according to House Minority Leader Billy Bob Falkingham, you see here, as well as others on the Republican side, it is spending with no limits and extravagant spending. As a matter of fact, Mr. Falkingham is quoted here as saying, "We do not have a revenue problem, we have a spending problem." Duh! She still doesn't get it. It's just like Biden and Harris. We'll spend our way out of it, and the American people have no say. Is that right? We have no say in it. We'll see. November 5th. And the morning of November 6th will tell the whole story. But as far as the spending without any limitations, Mr. Falkingham says it could wipe out the current Maine state surplus or rainy day fund, which was recently reported at $915 million a few weeks ago. Before the Mills spending plans, this, ladies and gentlemen, is called tyranny and treason against the laws of the jobs of the legislative left-wing radicals. Finally, our next topic, folks, is brief, but to the point. It's our country. Right here, our flag, our military, our allies, especially Israel right now, that needs mending, fixing and cleaning House and Senate. We get a lot of rhinos out there, folks, and they don't give a damn about the Constitution anymore, any more than the left-wing nut radical deflectocrats. That's what I call them, but it fits. Let's vote our souls, ladies and gentlemen, and our collective moral characters for our children, grandchildren, as you already saw and witnessed, and literally to keep peace in the world around us. Anytime, folks, look at any of our podcasts, 255 of them and counting, on rumble.com/fairnessmedia1, Twitter, YouTube, and emails 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com, fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com. As always, folks, stay safe, pray, and vote, especially if you're voting early. Peace to everyone.